Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a Form 8K filing, which, considering it talks about selling almost everything, makes you wonder if someone accidentally hit the wrong button on a very large corporate garage sale. This report is from First Financial Northwest, a bank holding company. It's a current report, meaning it's filed to announce major events. The key date to remember here is April 11, 2025, because that is when all the things we'll talk about happened. Basically, First Financial Northwest sold its bank, First Financial Northwest Bank, to Global Federal Credit Union. This is called an asset sale, where one company buys pretty much all the stuff and responsibilities of another. In this case, Global Federal Credit Union bought almost everything the bank owned, like its loans, buildings, and customer deposits, while also taking on the bank's debts. For all this, First Financial Northwest got $228.7 million in cash. Think of it as cashing out all your chips at the casino after a long night. Now, while this sounds straightforward, let's check out the details to see what this really means for First Financial Northwest. Here's where it gets interesting because of this sale. First Financial Northwest is getting its stock delisted from the NASDAQ stock market. Delisting is what happens when a stock is removed from a stock exchange like NASDAQ. It's like getting kicked out of the club. The company told NASDAQ that they want to be delisted. NASDAQ will file a form with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, to remove First Financial Northwest stock and its registration. It's like saying goodbye to being a publicly traded company. After this form is official, First Financial Northwest plans to ask the SEC to deregister its stock. This means they won't have to keep reporting their financial results to the SEC anymore. They are basically going dark financially speaking, which may not be a good thing for the investors. So what exactly happened and why did they do it? Well, according to this report, on April 11, 2025, First Financial Northwest put out a press release announcing the completion of the asset sale. It's their way of saying it's done. The deal is closed. Now let's scroll to the exhibits to understand the documents which they are referring to here. Here we see Exhibits 2.1 and 99.1. Exhibit 2.1 is the Purchase and Assumption Agreement, which outlines all the details of the sale. Then we have Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release that we just talked about. Now, to be fair, this Form 8K is not hiding anything. It's very clear with what is going on. They sold everything. They are deregistering. It's really over. So what's the story here? Why did First Financial Northwest sell its bank to Global Federal Credit Union, get delisted and deregister its stock? What could be the possible explanation here? What's the catch? Well, sometimes banks decide to sell when they face challenges like increased competition, regulatory burdens, or financial difficulties. Maybe First Financial Northwest felt it couldn't compete effectively or saw a better opportunity in selling, and selling to a credit union can make sense because credit unions often look to expand their reach, and buying an existing bank can be a quick way to do it. What does this mean for investors? Well, if you own stock in First Financial Northwest, you might be concerned delisting can make it harder to sell your shares and the price might drop. However, the company received a large sum of cash, $328.7 million from the sale, so there might be plans to distribute that money to shareholders. We don't really know how it is going to work out because the filing does not specify it. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Selling the bank and deregistering means First Financial Northwest is essentially changing its business model. It's moving away from being a traditional bank and needs to figure out what it wants to be in the future. What are they going to do with all the money? Are they going to invest in a new business, return the cash to shareholders, or something else entirely? The company's future is really uncertain, and it depends on the decisions the management makes moving forward. So First Financial Northwest sold its bank, is getting delisted and deregistering its stock. It's a big change, and what happens next is anyone's guess. The company has a lot of cash, but it needs a new plan. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Let us know in the comments what company you want us to decode next. See you in the next video.